here with Shauna Dean Cokeland. I'm so
Hi.
excited. If you want to get started and just kind of introduce yourself to our listeners, kind of what you do, what you've been up to.
I'm Shauna Dean Cokeland. I make folk punk songs. I love 2000s everything. I like 2000s style. I'm very influenced by the 2000s and country music and emo music and bluegrass. And I like to write about, I'm inspired to write by my friends and by anything I feel like is unfair. I write about unfairness and feeling powerless is something that really inspires me to write songs. And I've gotten really lucky to be able to. I started sharing my songs on TikTok a couple years ago, and people really liked them. So now I get to go on tour and play shows and stuff.
Before we hear a little bit more about Miss Shauna Dean Cokeland, we're going to play two of her songs. We are going to play NASCAR Racing Jacket and Hey Now.
I'd be a fucking NASCAR driver if my mama had a son. She cried so hard it sink the floor for all the things I've done. My Mustang wouldn't stand a chance. We'd live our fight for curb romance. My lungs and liver hold their breath. Ain't nothing sad about it. No more sorry, no more please forgive me. Begging for attention till the rain gets in my throat and I choke on the attention that I get. Molly can't imagine half the shit that I'd get into. I've been watching through the window the delinquency my friends do in the stage. I'd command it, standing like a gladiator, saying love me now, don't try to wait and love me later. No more sorry, no more please forgive me, running with the boys now. Heaven calls me up just to make me turn the noise down. Turning bullshit inward is girl it's all about. If my mama had a son, you'd best believe I'd turn it out. My past life I must have been a good old boy, but a real bad man, taking advantage of instructions in my head. Raise hell, praise down, get out while you can. No more sorry, no more please forgive me, begging for attention with my body every way except the way that they all want me to. The NASCAR racing jacket, we go out to raise some hell. Pray our lungs and nervous systems, hearts and moms are doing well. Once was a kid with long dark hair, running wild through the woods like a white-tailed deer. Didn't notice much till I saw it all at once, and the cop showed up and it all got weird. Hey, why? Don't start to cry. The old train's going by. I once was a kid in a little dark house, and I didn't talk to people and I didn't go out. Place stunk like hell. It burned my eyes. Now you'll hit my phone and say I'm lying. You were me. Go on, cause a scene. Now I live on your screen. I once had me a love so pure, boy, I'd leave the dance floor for, but I chose wrong and threw it right on. Now Ocean City rains and pours. Hey baby, what's the commotion? Did I fall back in the ocean? The doctors told me I can't stay. 15 years old, what kind of place would take a girl like that? It's strange when you're sent somewhere to come back changed. All that stuck with me later, 'cause I'm weird about elevators. I'm writing in LA, it's the city where I live. Something for the people, feeling kinda like it did when the old train couldn't drown out a word he said, and I slept with headphones in my bed. Hey now, I work like Shania. You'll never catch me crying, no. You won't see how long it took me, but nobody's gonna overlook me. I'm tearing up the floor till the night's about to end, though. Miss my little cousin and my old best friend. I don't get to reel it from the feeling when it hits. I was loving from afar with way before I went out west. But you know me best. You can see when I'm obsessed. Hey now, did I make you proud? Tell me how I turned out.
Personally been following you on social media for like multiple years at this point. I think the first song I ever saw from you was Moving in Place, which I think is a lot of people's like kind of their first introduction to what you do. How do you think social media has kind of like do you ever wonder where you would be if you didn't post these songs, or was this always the plan?
The plan was always to be a singer. I didn't know how I'd get there. I didn't think it would be TikTok because like TikTok didn't exist for most of my childhood, I guess. So
Up next, you guys are going to actually hear Moving in Place, which is one of the first songs Shauna had that went viral on TikTok and has kind of started her fame.
Did your eyes get wide and all excited? You were like 15, discovered nitrous, spending every night on empty beaches with the same 4 kids you'd never sleep with. But you're without it. You can't party anymore, so you go and make a record about it. The hometown drug scene every 14-year-old restless brat, sweat dreams sporting the same shade, same tank top, same blue jeans at the same beach and drink the same vodka sweet tea. Unfairly pass the blame and claim it was generational, predisposition, turning prestigious, invitational, like don't look at me. Wasn't even conceived when the scheme, the game, became operational. I'm a poser, you said it yourself. Don't expect me not to pose when the cameras come out. Miss a lesson on looking out for yourself. May not be on the up and up, but I'm on the up and out. So take me to the far side of the beach before it falls into the ocean. Before you notice I'm eroding, I know you don't want to be lonely. I know you don't want to be lonely. The sun and the substances you choke down combined in your mind for wild lies about how your favorite celebrity's car just broke down. They're stranded and they gotta crash at your house. All the kids that were mean to you in school are broke down the side of the road, asking big shots for handouts. Big shots like you, cause look at you, you're awesome, but you're laying on the beach like an amputee dolphin. The world just ain't ready for us yet, that's it, says the guy to your left. You would die for that kid. Watch his eyes as they get sorta distant and different, and we're moving in place again. We're moving in place again. It sure is fun to hate something you love when it's gone. This time it's everywhere and everyone at once. From moving in place to moving on to moving on to moving on to moving on. Take me to the far side of the beach before it falls into the ocean. Before you notice I'm eroding, I know you don't want to be lonely. I know you don't want to be lonely. I know, cause I would feel the same thing. Tomorrow I'm gonna be 18. Right now it takes everything in me to kick and quiet and fight against that instinct to lay down and just sink into the same beach and get so high that I feel my brain shrink, justify it's not a matter of time waste. Close my eyes, deny. I see you sinking, lay down right beside you in the imprint I left there that night in 2019. Lean into the tide and let it take me. Your eyes get wide and all excited. You were like 15, discovered nitrous, spending every night on empty beaches with the same 4 kids.
I think for a long time I used the idea of fame as like, and that's it, and they lived happily ever after. And then I got older and I learned a little more about like what our country does around the world and how like we're in this position of power and we're just kind of sapping everything from the entire global south. And I'm like, being an American celebrity, is that really what I want to put all my time into becoming? Like, maybe I have this fantastic thing right now and I can use that like to make things better instead of just using it to propel myself to the top.
And up next, we have courtesy of the Red, White, and Blue, The Angry American by Shauna.
American girls and American guys, we always stand up and salute. No need to criticize when we see warplanes are flying, our tax dollars overseas. They're there to help the good guys bring the bad guys to their knees. I saw a perfect boy, baby, and in place of his eyes was all red, 'cause white phosphorus blew down from the sky. He watched his mother, his brother, his sister all die, and then we bombed the damn rubble, 'cause like, what if they're lying? Uncle Sam, how's it feel? Did we come out ahead on the backs of 40,000 Palestinian dead? Could the eagle still fly? Tell me, do you fear hell? The children of the Gaza Strip have none but God to tell what the greed of the USA has made the world into. Brought to you courtesy of the red, white, and blue.
Have you already done a segment of your tour, or are you just starting it in that whole process?
I've done a bunch of different tours. In the last 2 years, I've gone on like 6.
How has it been to like just kind of be able to like live that life and like really truly be the artist and go on these tours?
It's unbelievable. I say it's exactly as unbelievable as you'd imagine. Like, I go to a city that I've never been to, and a whole crowd of people I've never met are singing along to the songs that aren't even out yet. Like, and they all look like 14-year-old me, which is really, really trippy. No, just being a part of music is the most important thing in my life, and being part of that force for other people is everything. I want all the songs out. I've had all these songs that I've been sharing on TikTok for like 3 years, and I've been able to make videos and videos and videos, but I had a really hard time translating that into studio recordings, like just getting the microphones right and finding the right producer and just getting the performance how I want it. I also have a hard time just recording songs. Like, I can do it for TikTok, and then as soon as I know I'm in front of that like actual microphone, something in my brain just wants to listen to me singing while I sing instead of actually like feeling it. Yeah, so those are some of the reasons why it took forever. But Cokeland County, my mixtape with all my songs, comes out in February.
We're going to go ahead and play a couple more of Shauna Dean Cokeland singles. We're going to play Andrew and Electric Blue before getting into some of her influences.
I've seen God, and he lives in a desert. He's a hill I've never heard of, and I've seen God, and he left me undelivered. I figure he's busy. I think of him as I drive. Fastest thing on 4 wheels, God, I love her, and there's only one besides me I would ever let drive. He wants for a love song, and he'll get one from his passenger as fast as her mind races as he's getting inside. All I wanted to do was tiptoe on this line with you, but baby, you crashed right through as soon as you saw your sick chance to. Andrew, what's a girl to dance to? Took your sweet time, with mind in your hands, you plan to center him a central console to control your baby. I'm a pale delusion from the furthest reach of your wildest dream. You wake up cursing Colorado, cause it don't contain me. You're only a symptom of my mania, you tell me, then you turn around and brag that I'm a product of you. I'm your contradiction, only victim to a circumstance. You're Judas and your Genesis, I'm caked in your irrelevance. The restless rendered docile, if I'm a flower you're a fossil, but I'm always your apostle. Call this the gospel according to Andrew, what's a girl to dance to? Took your sweet time with a mind in your hands, you plan to center him a central console to control your baby. I'm a pale delusion from the furthest reach of your wildest dream. You wake up cursing Colorado, cause it don't contain me. I'll hate you by the time I'm your age, so enjoy me while I have the words to lie and say. Andrew, what's a girl to dance to? Took your sweet time with a mind in your hands, you plan to center him a central console to control your baby. I'm a pale delusion from the furthest reach of your wildest dream. You wake up cursing Colorado, cause it don't contain me. You said you hate your wife cause she's too vanilla. Bet I make you feel like a real big man beside me. Hand me my drink, Andrew, I think you've got me in deep. take off. Looks like you can make up for everything you've done. Hold on to every single photon, that's how you know it's infinite. It only happens once, and they say, oh baby, the sky's falling, but it's not the first time you've thrown it all away. You're that bitch, yeah, this is momentary. Don't think or mind yourself, you're God with the cross on your necklace, purple jelly nails with your self-obsessed no friends, thinking you're the shit like you're Shauna Dean Cokeland.
Who the fuck is that? Who's Shauna Dean Cokeland? I'm serious.
Keep stock of every single teardrop, stash them in your knee socks, store it all away, so you can have something to use and give it to the huge fans in interviews one day. And they'll say, oh baby, the sky's falling, but it's not the first time you've thrown it all away. Alright, now fuck off for a year. Say you fix your mental health and you can't believe the shit you used to do to yourself. Type some gibberish just so he sees you're coping, and break his fucking windshield with a runner-up patent trophy. No one gets me, I'm too deep, this prima donna genius, and it's so convenient. Fiending for attention cause it's boring, drinking something foreign, looking fucking gorgeous, gorgeous. Let's have fun at others' expenses. Perhaps clickbait are premature ends. And why would I rest when I'm feeling this restless? Holding hands with fair weather friends, it's ooh baby, they're all below us. They'd kill to know what it takes to hold the sky's falling cause we raised the roof, and it's got me, it's got me, it's got me, it's got me electric, electric, electric blue. Electric, electric, oh babe, it's something electric, electric, electric blue.
How do you feel about the TikTok thing? Like, I really do wonder, just because it's such a unique way of catapulting people to fame that it's unprecedented, you know?
Totally. Good question. I have conflicting feelings about TikTok. I think I'm really lucky to be living in the time that I'm living where where all the tools really are in your hands if you just have enough time to put into social media. Then you don't really need a big label. You don't need to have somebody else being that filter and telling you what you can and can't do and say. And also monetarily being kind of in debt to somebody like that. So I'm really, like, as much as I'm obsessed with the 2000s, I'm really lucky that I can do this in a way that I'm in charge of.
Yeah, absolutely.
But also, I also think social media social media has been kind of effing with my writing lately, because for so long I've been trying to see things through the lens. Like when you're making content, you have to think like, what is going to grab somebody else's attention? You got to see it through the eyes of that listener, and it's hard to not get too into that lens where you don't let yourself just write whatever you're feeling and not judge it before it's done.
This is like, we're gonna jump way back, but you mentioned a little bit earlier that you were inspired by country music and emo music. If you have like 4 or 5 songs that really inspire you, we'd love to play them with yours and just kind of show people. I know like having you come up with 4 or 5 songs is really kind of on the spot, even artists or albums, just anything.
I can do it. They're gonna be like way across the board, like
totally. I'm ready.
Anything in common, maybe. MCR, massive inspiration for me. I talked about nothing but MCR for about 4 years. MCR. I think I would pick. I'm gonna go with my favorite. I'm gonna say "Thank You for the Venom" by MCR.
Perfect.
You can't understand. I'm pretty
Joan Baez, she really, really inspires me to write political music. I'm gonna say Prison Trilogy by Joan Baez.
Okay.
Billy Rose was a low rider, Billy Rose was a night fighter. Billy Rose knew trouble like the sound of his own name. Busted on a drunken charge, driving someone else's car, the local midnight sheriff's claim to fame. In an Arizona jail, there is some who tell the tale how Billy fought the sergeant for some milk that he demanded. Knowing they'd remain the boss, knowing he would pay the cost, they saw he was severely reprimanded. In the blackest cell on a block, he hanged himself at dawn, with a note stuck to the bunkhead. Don't mess with me, just take me home. Come and lay, help us lay young Billy down. Luna was a Mexican, the law calls an alien, for coming across the border with a baby and a wife. While the clothes upon his back were wet, still he thought that he could get some money and things to start a life. It hadn't been too very long when it seemed like everything went wrong. Didn't even have the time to find themselves a home, when his foreigner, a brown-skinned male, thrown inside a Texas jail, left the wife and baby quite alone. Pain inside him with a needle in his arm, but the dope just crucified him, and he died to no one's great alarm. Come and lay, help us lay poor Luna down, and we'll raise the prisons to the ground. Kilowatt was an aging con of 65 who stood a chance to stay alive and leave the joint and walk the streets again. As the time he was to leave drew near, he suffered all the joy and fear of leaving 35 years in the pen. Then on the day of his release, he was approached by the police, who took him to the warden, walking slowly by his side. The warden said, "You won't remain here, but it seems the state retainer claims another 10 years of your life." He stepped out in the Texas sunlight, and the cops all stood around. Oh, Kilowatt ran 50 yards, then threw himself down on the ground. They might as well just have laid that old man down. But we're gonna raise the prisons to the ground. Help us raise the prisons to the ground.
I need some country on here. I'll pick one old school country and one like newer kind of old school country. I'm thinking Tecumseh Valley, but the Jason Isbell version. So
Okay.
it's not even old. It's an old song. It's a new cover of it, but it's an old.
Well, the name she gave was Caroline, daughter of a miner, and her ways were free, and it seemed to me the sunshine walked beside her.
She come from Spencer, across the hill. She said her heart sent her, 'cause the cold was low, as soon as snow would turn the sky to winter.
She said she'd come to look for work. She was not seeking favors for a dime a day and a place to stay. She turned no hands to labor.
But the times were hard and the jobs were few. Up through the Coosa Valley, so she asked around till a job she found, and then bought Gypsy Sally.
She saved enough to get back home. Spring replaced the winter, but her dreams were denied. Her Paul had died. The word come down from Spencer.
So she took to walking out on the road, with all the hate inside her, and it was many a man returned again, but lay himself beside her.
Well, they found her down beneath the stairs, led to Gypsy Sally's. In her hand when she died was a note to cry, fare thee well to Coosa Valley. Well, the name she gave was Caroline, daughter of a miner, and her ways were free, and it seemed to me the sunshine walked beside her.
Like we should put some old Reba on there. We should put One Promise Too Late by Reba.
before you, and my heart just couldn't wait. So no matter how much I adore you, I've got to stand behind the promise that I made. Where were you when I could have loved you? Where were you when I gave my heart away? All my life I've been dreaming of you. You came along, one promise too late. You came along, one promise too late. I won't say that I'm sorry that I met you. I can't have you, but I never will forget you. Where were you when I could have loved you? Where were you when I gave my heart away? All my life I've been dreaming of you, but you came along, one promise too late. You came along, one promise too late. Where were you when I could have loved you? Where were you when I gave my heart away? All my life, darling, I've been dreaming of you. You came along, one promise too late. You came along, one promise too late.
You know,
Yeah, I've been listening to a lot of different country, a lot of different like bluegrass inspired country. Jason Isbell and Billy Strings,
Mhm.
Steel Drivers, stuff like that. And then also like the old classics like Waylon and Merle and Johnny Cash and all that.
Like, just looking at them, they're ranging so far from like contemporary to country and everything. We have time for like a couple more questions. So do you kind of want to talk about where that inspiration came from? Is it from family or what's the story there?
Growing up, my parents put on a lot of country music, like radio country. So that was like 2000s radio country. That was my first musical love. That and the classics, Johnny Cash, Dolly Parton, Highwaymen, stuff like that. I was just obsessed. I was obsessed as soon as I could think. And then when I turned 12, I got super emo, like you do. I literally wanted to do nothing but wake up, think about My Chemical Romance, and listen to My Chemical Romance until I fell asleep. And that I like I said, I did that for about 4 years. It was great. A lot of I got into loads of other emo music and emo adjacent because I know people are like about those labels.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. I know for like pretty much all, not like all of it, but just a lot of bands. The Wonder Years sticks out as one of my favorites. Yeah. And then I got into a lot of punk too. I like Against Me a lot. Somebody compared my writing to Laura Jane Grace.
To keep up with the influences, here is I Was a Teenage Anarchist by Against Me.
I was a teenage anarchist looking for revolution. I had the style, I had the ambition, read all the authors, I knew the right slogans. There was a war, but the class war, I was ready to set looking for revolution. Do you remember when you were young and you wanted to set the world on fire? Do you remember when you were young and you wanted to set the world on fire? I was a teenage anarchist, but the politics are too convenient. In the depths of their humanity, all I saw was blindness ideology, with freedom as a doctrine. Guess who was a new authority? I was a teenage anarchist, but the politics are too convenient. Do you remember when you were young and you wanted to set the world on fire? Do you remember when you were young and you wanted to set the world on fire? When you were young and you wanted to set the world on fire. I was a teenage anarchist, but then the scene got too rigid. It was a mob mentality. They set their rifle sights on me. Narrow visions of autonomy. You want me to surrender my identity. I was a teenage anarchist. The revolution was a lie. Do you remember when you were young and you wanted to set the world on fire? Do you remember when you were young and you wanted to set the world on fire? When you were young and you wanted to set the world on fire? When you were young and you wanted to set the world on fire? I was a teenage anarchist. I was a teenage anarchist. I was a teenage anarchist. I was a teenage anarchist.
We also have Karma Too Close by Laura Jane Grace and Passing Through a Screen Door by The Wonder Years.
There's a voice that's echoing my head, one that tells me I'm not good enough for them. I don't know why I started listening. I don't 40-hour ride home, and they keep asking me what I'm doing with my life. Well, my cousins go to bed with their wives. I'm feeling like I'm falling behind. Well, the highway road, I'm listening to traffic reports one on one, coming quietly undone. I was born to run away from anything good, escape artisan, sun-drenched pavement in my blood. The first thing that I do when I walk in is find a way out through when shit gets bad. And I've been looking for signs in the screens. I've been waiting for another disaster. Well, I'm certified like a kid in the 60s, staring at the sky, waiting for the bomb to fall, and it's so lie. What they say about stability, it scares me sometimes. The emptiness I see in my eyes, and all the kids' names I've ever liked are signed in tragedy. I don't want my children growing up to be anything like me. I've been looking for signs in the screens. I've been waiting for another disaster. But always gotta hope you stay. Always gotta hope you stay. Flashlight and a small knife in the corner of my bedstand. I keep a flashlight and the train times, but you wouldn't understand. How could you understand? Jesus Christ, I'm 26. All the people I graduated with, all the kids, all the wives, all the people who care if they come home at night. Well, Jesus Christ, did I fuck up? I've been looking for signs in the screens. I've been waiting for another disaster. But always gotta hope it stay. Always gotta hope it stay. Always gotta hope it stay.
To give you a difficult question because you're gonna have to make several choices.
Okay.
Okay, let's do a hypothetical. You're in the studio, dream world. You can bring in one artist, dead or alive. Doesn't matter who, only one of them. And-
Gerard.
Easy? That
It's Gerard.
Oh my god.
We're going to play a little bit of Gerard Way's solo career, so this is Baby You're a Haunted House and Brother.
Together and allowed to be waiting with you. the drums of the city ring. Just make it up, 'cause I'm awake all night long. I do the drums of the city ring. Brother, if you have the chance to pick me up, you can't sleep on your couch. I do the pound of the aching pain, oh, in my head, 'cause I'm awake all night long. I hear the drums of the city. The nights we chase, the nights we steal, the things that we take to make us feel this. I could go back, don't think I will. I won't sleep tonight as long as I still hear the drums of the city ring. Does anyone have the guts to shut me up? 'Cause I believe that every night there's a chance we can walk away. So hold on tight, because I won't wait too long in the drums of the beating rain. 'Cause the nights don't last and we leave alone. Will you drive me back? Can you take drums of the city? All nights we chase, all the nights we steal, right things that we take to make us feel the city. I could go back, I don't think I will. I won't sleep tonight as long as I still hear the drums of the city ring. Faces I don't know, I am tired in the glow of the freezing cold. Keep me breathing, don't make the lights come back. Can you take me home? We all need this when we leave alone. Remember when you and I would make things up? So many nights, just take me down to the place we can hear them play. I miss that sound, 'cause now we don't sing so loud. I hear the drums of the city ring. Chase all the nights we steal, right things that we take to make us feel the city. I could go back, I don't think I will. I won't sleep tonight as long as I still hear the drums of the city. Stages laughing, that's the words feel. Things I'm trying to break, just one to the city was all we had to keep us ill. I won't breathe tonight as long as I still hear the drums of the city ring.
It's been so incredible to hear all of these artists who influenced Shauna Dean Cokeland and to hear her stuff and to kind of hear her side of the story. We're going to close things out with the song Last Best Pop Stars. It's actually a remix with Penelope Scott. Thank you guys so much for listening. This is Last Best Pop Stars by Shauna Dean Cokeland and Penelope Scott.
They said SDC, you're too good for pop. Dark streets, bright lights, gonna rip you up, baby. 100 million kids in a mass migration. LA, give it up for the Teen Star invasion. Applause if you know what I'm doing here. I'm a fucked up Xerox of Britney Spears, and I don't even know what a Xerox is, cause I'm a bleach blonde, beat down high school kid. I'm 17. Does that fuck with your head when you tell me to take my clothes off in the comments? I'm pretty, I get it. I bet your head's spinning. I make this place jump like a frog on acid.
And I don't pretend to be something I'm not. Psych! I know what I'm for and I know what I want. Like, don't tell me you love me, just give me the spotlight. What's the point of the dance if the beat never drops, right?
I'm taking as far as it goes. Get your hands up cause this is a show. Not coming to sell like a funeral, but the way that we're living is unusual. They know me, I'm gonna go for it. Try to on a roll, but I know it's a job to make this hard. Just dance, we're all the last best pop stars. The last best pop stars. Now I got brands knocking down my door, but I grew up poor, called that trailer for couture. It's a beach town with just that to offer, the prettiest girls and the dirtiest water. Call me crazy if it's not my place to say, but I bet it's not that different in LA. The same chemical compounds we're encased in, that we did in small towns, fields and basements. Now they tell me I'm gorgeous, wasted. Now I feel for Lindsay and